What's going on, guys? And today I'm going to teach you how to cheat at a game of cards using the false overhand shuffle. Let's get into it. Now let's say we're playing some random card game where each player gets 4 cards and the person with the most aces in the hand wins. Okay, and I just completely made this game up. So let me give the card a bit of a shuffle first. Okay, nothing too crazy. Just regular over the hand shuffle. Then I'll give the cards a cut. And now let's say 3 people are playing this game for some reason. I don't know why anyone would play this game. But let's just say 3 people are playing this game. So 4 cards are dealt out. If you look at what the first person has, we can see there are no aces. The second person also has no aces, while we end up with 1, 2, 3, and 4 aces. Now this technique could also be used for many card tricks and controlling cards to where you want, or just having the deck set up in the way you want and still dealing the cards that you want to be dealt. So let's get into it. So this is how the shuffle is done. Let's say we have the 4 aces on top, and these are the 4 cards that we want dealt. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it up like the same overhand shuffle. We're going to throw over a packet of cards like that. Now once we throw this packet of cards over, the thumb here is going to slide the top few cards, the top 1 or 2 cards back. This way the beginning packet's here, while the rest of the the top card or 2 is over here. And then we're just going to continue the overhand shuffle like normal. And now if we look, we have this 1 card sticking here, which signifies the top of the original packet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these fingers, put it on the front here, take this thumb, put it back here, and we're going to squeeze, and we're going to go in the downward direction with the thumb and move forward. So what this is going to do, you can see, is going to create a natural break right here. And on top of this break, we of course have the aces. Right, so now once we have this natural break, all we have to do is throw over cards. Let me show you from this angle. We throw over cards like a regular overhand shuffle. Like that, like that, like that, like that. And once we get to the break, we throw over the rest of the cards like that. So now the top 4 cards would still be the 4 aces. Let me go through that one more time and show you from another angle. So we come here, push these cards back, and throw the rest of these cards on top. Just continue like a regular overhand shuffle. And we come here with the thumb. Well, when the act of grabbing this whole deck, we're going to push down and forward, again creating this natural break here. And then all we're going to do is throw these cards, and once we get to the break, which is right here, throw the rest of the packet on top. So if we check once again, we have the 4 aces. Okay, and now just for those of you who don't know how to do the overhand shuffle, let me take these 4 aces out just so I'll keep them aside. All you're doing is you're pretty much opening these 3 fingers and thumb and throwing a few cards over. So just like this. So throwing cards and then closing, throwing, closing, throwing. That is literally the overhand shuffle. Okay, just like that. And now all we're adding on to that is we're doing the regular throwing motion, pushing these cards back, throw the rest over, push down with this, bring it forward, creating that natural break, and putting the rest of the cards. And you can see where my natural break is here. And once I get to the break, throw it over, and we have the 4 aces. Now done up to speed, it doesn't look like, there's anything, that's really wrong. Especially the more sloppy you make it look, the better effect it's gonna have. So now but of course you can't make it too sloppy that you just lose all the aces. and I probably just lost all the aces somewhere. Right, so you don't want it too sloppy that you lose all the aces, but you want it just sloppy enough that you can keep the aces while also fooling the spectator, just like that. And we have the 4 aces on top. And this has so many uses. This could also be used for card tricks, controlling cards, you know, on top to bottom. And another controlled thing you can do is, let's say we have the 8 of clubs. If you want to get it to the bottom, the same overhand shuffle way, all we have to do is peel off the top card with our thumb and just keep going like this. And we can see the 8 of clubs comes to the bottom. If I do one more time, there we go. If we leave the 8 of clubs on top and we shuffle the deck, if we want to keep the 8 of clubs on top, then there we go, the 8 of clubs is still on top. So I guess the key thing in all the false overhand shuffles is this thumb here. This thumb could decide if the card you want goes on the bottom and the rest of these cards come on top. And it could also decide if you want to keep the top few cards, just like that. Now in the beginning of the trick, what I did, I had a few cards set up. So I was still dealing to 3 people. So I just had cards set up this way, where the top 6 cards were something like this. And all I did was the false overhand shuffle, right, just like that. Break here, throwing it over. Then I just dealt out the cards, and naturally I'm going to get the 3rd card, and I get the 2 aces. So you could even control a full packet while doing this false overhand shuffle, because this entire top packet you threw over is going to come right back to the top. So there's so many implementations and tricks you can do with this, cheating at cards. There's so much you can do, and it's just incredible how much you can do with this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, because once I started doing this false overhand shuffle, it completely changed how I did card tricks and how I manipulated and controlled cards. And the possibilities with this shuffle are literally endless, because it looks like a regular shuffle and you can control cards to literally anywhere, top, middle, center, wherever you want to go. And it is just crazy the amount of things you can do. Now if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, of course, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.